Yeah, welcome back to the homestead. It is a gloomy day. Let me turn the camera around actually. It is a gloomy, rainy day. It's been raining all day yesterday, or most of the day yesterday and overnight, so everything's real wet. But it is gonna be, between the rain, it's gonna be firewood day. So as you remember, most of you might have seen this old girl sitting in next to the shed here. She got drug out this morning. We just pushed her out. We're gonna get her cleaned up and probably sell her. I was gonna put a transmission in it, but we're just not getting around to it, so I'm gonna probably just sell it like it is. So that may be, once that's cleaned up a little bit, we'll put it in marketplace. But that was sitting here, and all these trees here are going as part of our firewood. So I want to make sure that it's all out of the way. I didn't want to drop anything on that truck because it is worth some value. But yeah, we're going to get all these pretty much from here, these trees all the way back around. So we got about a 50-foot buffer all the way around. So I got some done. You know, I was going to use these for the sawmill, but they're small. So I'm going to look and see if I can get some bigger ones out of this mess. Over here, there is a couple bigger ones in there, and I might take some of like the trunks. Like this one right here is a decent size that I can get some lumber out of it. That one, if I take it out, will be decent. So we'll just see how it goes. I'm more concerned today since I got help this weekend. So I'm gonna take advantage of it and take a break from the woodshed edition build and get our firewood put up as much as we can, if not all of it, this weekend. So I don't know how much I'll film, but we're gonna film as much as we film what I can. So this will probably be a little shorter video, but let's get to it. It is another day. I didn't film much yesterday because we were doing pretty much just cutting and splitting. But as you can see behind me, we got quite a good start. Let me flip the camera around here. So we got, as I saw in the time lapse, we got all that done. I got a few more trees to drop, so I'm going to work on those a little bit here. Just to get out of the peak of the sun, I'll be in the loader. We've got most of our birch trees that we were going to drop down, which is really good firewood. I got one more right there that's still too close. We're getting close. I just got that line of trees right next to the birch tree there, that line across there. Those few need to come down yet. Otherwise, I think we're getting pretty close to having our perimeter. And then this grove here from that tree pretty much over needs to come down, so I'm going to work on them here now. Get that done. I got a couple dying ones. You can see the dead one right there. That's starting to die, so I want to get that out of there. But that'll have to wait because I got a pile of trees right here waiting to be cut up. But I'm trying to stack all the smaller stuff because I can kind of plug away at that one myself if I need to. I'm trying to get the bigger ones done while I got help so that we get that stuff split up and cut. But we got, this is our second trailer load. The first one's already, let me grab this piece of wood here before I run it over. But yeah, let's get on here. Neighbor was generous enough, I got it pulled out. Kind of trying to keep the motor in the shade a little bit, but we got almost the second trailer load full. The first load was full of a bunch of cutoffs from the sawmill, which is fine, it's all can get burned. But we're gonna get that done, and I'm gonna work on dropping some more of these while I wait for the saw to cool off. My battery operated saw here, let me flip it back around. My battery operated saw has been, that little DeWalt has been an awesome little saw for me. I know people complain about them because of what it's doing for me now, and they say it does it to them right away. I have had the thing for, gosh, probably over 3 years, almost 4 years now. And it does get warm. It does want to shut off when the motor gets hot. I've gotten accustomed to that, know not to drive it too much, but it's been a really good saw. So unfortunately, I think the motor's given up on it. It's not wanting to run all the time. It's getting really hard to get it to start. So it's kind of acting like my gas chainsaw is. But gas chainsaw is working good, but I got a problem with the bar, so it doesn't want to cut straight. So I'm working on that today. So there's a little hodgepodge. We could have got a lot more done, but we were dealing with mechanical issues, saw issues. So we were kind of taking a break, and you know, the boys that are helping are been great, but they came up to do some fishing too, so I want to make sure they get some fishing time in, which I enjoy that they get out and do that, so I don't mind. I'll take it a little bit of help, but we're gonna kind of keep plugging away at this and see what I can do. So DeWalt, if you happen to be watching, you can send me a new chainsaw. I'll be happy to demo out for you. Anyhow, I'm gonna get the loader unloaded here. I got some stuff on the front, on the grapple here, and then I'm gonna get back to doing that. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for this week, but let me show you. We got everything for the most part. I got this little group of trees are here that I need to drop yet. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. I need to drop because we're going to kind of come from, well, where that birch tree is there, we're going to kind of come around and just make it so you can turn into that. But yeah, so I got some there, and I got quite a few trees to still cut up. The wagon's full. I split everything that I did yesterday, so I got a full wagon load sitting there ready to be, I take a little bit more maybe, but it's ready to be unloaded. So that'll help fill up that second bay, but hopefully with what I got here, I'm hoping we'll have enough to fill the second and then go into the third. But we'll kind of see. We still got a few trees to drop yet, and we got some dead ones around to drop, but all in all, happy with the progress. So we're gonna call it a week and relax for a day. Spent pretty much 3 days straight working on firewood, so but had family up, so I spent time with them. Didn't do a lot of filming of that stuff, but we're gonna keep plugging away on getting some firewood, and we'll see with some of the next ones. When I start cutting up the stuff in that pile behind me there, I'm gonna look and see if I can get some 1x boards out of that to finish up the woodshed edition, so that we can get that going. But we're gonna keep plugging away on it. So thanks for watching as always, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and follow, and we will see you guys next week. Thanks for tagging along.